What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Coming at you with yet again another perfume experience. And for today, I have none other than Sacristie de Arbres sampler for you guys. And this is by the house of Filippo Sorcinelli. So this is an Italian house. Some would refer to it as not just niche, but ultra niche. So keep that in mind and take it with a grain of salt. Disclaimer before I get started with this upload, I do have a bias against Italian perfumery DNA. Tends to be my least favorite with the exception of Xerjoff. So keep that in mind as we go through this review. I got on these samplers because I came across a Reddit post and everybody seemed to hype this house. And I got into it to review it, to experience it personally, and then now I am reviewing / giving you my experience of it. So again, keep in mind that I do have a bias against Italian perfumery DNA. It just tends not to be my favorite, but in the spirit of experimentation and trying new things, here I am giving you guys my thoughts. Okay? And look at this. This is what the bottle looks like, by the way. Like, that's the one thing this house has going for them. Their bottle designs are second to none. Kind of wish the scents were the same. But anyways. Description. An ideal custody of the senses in a centuries-old forest. A forest is a place full of wisdom and mystery, where nature seems to speak with its tranquility and beauty, full stop. This is the environment where it is obligatory to listen in order to listen to each other, in connection with the trees, trying to understand their silent lessons. Then, harmonic evolution is basically what he uses to refer to the breakdown of the notes. And he calls the top note subject, the middle notes back subject, and the is it bottom notes? This really threw me off. Yeah, let's call bottom notes as the tail. Okay, so at the top notes you have vanilla, vetiver, benzoin, resinoid, incense, ambrit, and amber. In the middle notes you have damask rose and guaiac wood. And in the bottom notes, you have pine essence, Virginia cedar wood, incense, and mint. So this is a very incense, resin-forward perfume with quite a bit of greenery and support. And then you got the gourmand from the vanilla, and then also mint for freshness. Okay? So that's what this smells like. Let me grab a sip of my cardamom tea. Cardamom green tea. If you haven't tried that, get on it because it's life-changing. Okay, let's do. Oh, by the way, this is my first time trying this. I've never tried this before. So yeah, you're getting a very authentic reaction. Okay. Actually, you know what? This might be the first one from this house I smell that I like. Oh, never mind. You got this Gothic church wet smell, which is actually a theme with this house. I really do like the mix of the vanilla and the mint here, though. God, it's so weird. It's one of those houses that the scents don't really make much sense, and it gets you curious about smelling it and trying to understand it and figure it out. Reminds me kind of some of Spirit Dubai's scents, where there's so much going on in there that the perfume is intriguing, but also doesn't make sense at the same time. Yeah, this is This is so odd. Like, the incense in here reminds me of those incense sticks, but it also has this cool facet to it, which is most likely from the mint. And then you have this warm, gourmandish touch coming from the vanilla. I really like the vanilla here. It's more of a masculine vanilla versus what you typically smell as a feminine leaning vanilla. Okay. This one is like really confusing to me. I kind of like it, but I hate it also. Such a weird. Okay, let's go. Top notes. There's vanilla, yes. Vetiver, yes. Benzoin resinoid incense. It is incensey. Ambrit and amber, yes. So the ambrit gives this musky-like quality. It's very subtle. It's not overly powering, and then it is ambry. Then in the middle notes you have damask rose and gaiac wood. Yeah, I can get the rose in here. It comes more across as a lotiony kind of a rose scent. And gaiac wood, yes. Then in the tail you have pine essence. Okay, that explains the. Okay, that I thought that this seemed a bit familiar. There was those pine aftershaves in the 70s and 80s that were super strong. So you get a bit of that here. Virginia cedarwood, yes. Incense, yes. And mint, yes. So it's, with the exception of the vanilla, incense, and mint, the rest of the perfume you don't really pick on the notes. It's very well blended. It's more of like those three notes that are standout that you can pick on them straight up right away. Um, it did have this, like, again, one of the themes I found with this house, it almost has like this gothic church theme going for it. In the opening you get quite a bit of that, like, if I had to visualize it to you, you're going to a gothic church, lights are dimmed, you got those old stones, and basically the church has this cold, wet feel to it, to the stones, and then incense is wafting it in the air. And that seems to be, so far, having tried some of the samples, a centric theme across these perfumes, or this house in particular. Yeah, like the other thing about it is just, with this house, it's just the way the incense is done here. It is not a youthful incense. It's like a very old grandpa style of an incense. Like, there's no youthfulness to these scents whatsoever. Like, if you're a, I don't know, like a vampire, this probably would be one of your signature scents, because it's like, I don't know. It's weird, but it's like it just doesn't feel lively. Okay? Feels like when you put this scent on, it sucks the life out of you. And again, remember, I do have bias against Italian perfumery DNA. So take what I say with a grain of salt. This is just my experience of these perfumes and my interpretation. Like I said, if you go on Reddit, there's a ton of people that go goo goo gaga for this house and these perfumes, and they refer to it as ultra niche. Okay? So, I mean, my favorite part of this was the opening, and then it quickly turned into this damp church kind of setting, and then now it's like meh. Yeah, like you get a bit of the vanilla, incense, the pine, and the mint. And the mint in here too isn't really like a refreshing mint. It just adds a bit of coolness to the perfume, and that's about it. Like it's not like a mojito mint. Okay, so let's talk some facts around this perfume. In terms of performance, I'm gonna go ahead and say, depending on your skin chemistry, projection, trail, and sillage is gonna be medium to strong. Right now, as it sits on my forearms, it's not really projecting toward my nostrils. I'm not picking on it per se, unless I really try, then I'm picking on it. And the only facet I'm really picking on consistently is the vanilla note. The rest of it, when it does project, it's kind of like in and out the notes. So my nose goes uh, blind to it for a bit, and then it picks up on the notes again, and then it goes blind again. So just food for thought there on that. And again, that will vary with your skin chemistry. For me, I'll go ahead and label that as a medium to strong in terms of projection, trail, and sillage. Now, with respect to seasonality, I would recommend this one for cold weather wear. So think fall and winter. I wouldn't really wear this in spring and summer. Even though it's not overly musky, it does have this warmth to it. So on a hot day, it will be overbearing. Uh, with respect to time of day, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is suited for night wear. I would not recommend this for the morning. It's not a very optimistic scent. It has this sort of dark, depressive facet to it. I wouldn't want to start my morning with the scent. I'd say it's better suited for evening wear, just because of the profile of it, the incense, the warm vanilla, the ambre, the amber. It's just that kind of a scent, better suited for evening wear. Now, with respect to how you would dress this, that's where it gets interesting. I would have defaulted to formal, but there's something about this scent that's just, it's like, it doesn't really care about social decorum or accepted norms. It's a bit, I don't want to say rebellious. Rebellious isn't the right word, but more of a, has a, like, it has a cultish feel to it. And, dressing formally wouldn't be suitable. I would say even semi formal wouldn't be suitable. You can pull this off casual, but you also kind of need a uniform for it. Now, what is that uniform? Your guess is as good as mine, but it's really hard to describe. It's a kind of scent you'd smell like, I don't know, if you're like participating in some sort of event for a particular group, by invitation only, and let's leave it at that, okay? And yeah, it's how you dress this, I don't know. It's not. Yeah, let's leave it at casual. You can get away with casual with this, okay? With respect to the gender spectrum, I would not recommend this for the ladies. This has it's not a very strong masculine profile. It most certainly is masculine in the scent profile because of all the woods, the resins, the incense, the greens in here. Ladies, if you put this on, I don't know, you'd smell like an old man, okay? And I don't think that's how you would want to smell. Unless that's what you're going for, by all means, go for it. Now, with respect to context, okay? Man, this is like, I want to do this justice, but it's just like completely out of my ball field. Um, I mean, you have to be a kind of a eccentric man, someone who just doesn't care about the norms, and in a way present yourself in this uninteresting, morbid way to wear this, okay? Because this perfume plays to that. I mean, this would have been, like, Halloween is over, but this would have been a perfect scent to wear on Halloween, to be honest. It just has this, like, spooky Halloweenish feel to it for some reason. And I personally wouldn't wear this to, like, even though I say it has like an incensey church quality, like church incense quality to it, I just wouldn't wear this to church. Like, if you're going to church, you're going to pray, you're going to raise your vibration, and this one is just, I don't know, it just feels depressing. Okay, I wouldn't recommend it for a date. I wouldn't, unless you want to lose attraction. Um, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it for work. It, like I said, it's very, like, the scent is depressive for whatever reason, and yeah, it's, this one is a bit tough. Actually, I think I'm gonna have a hard time with this house because I'm not really sure how to describe this or what category to put it in. But I honestly don't know. Um, I guess it's up to you how you would want to address this. Uh, so I guess let's wrap it up. Would I recommend Sacristie des Arbres? If you're into ultra niche Italian perfume DNA that's incense based, that has a bit of a different take, and you want to experiment or try something new, by all means go for it. Personally, this is not for me, and I can't tell you to go ahead and cop it and buy a full bottle, just because it's not my cup of tea. It's not my preference. But like I said, a lot of people on, let's say, Reddit forums love this, like, house and its perfumes. Okay, just not for me, which is fine. For some of you out there, it might be for you. So I would say get the samplers off of the website. They sell their own samplers. Give it a try. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you've already tried this or about to try it, or you're familiar with the house, what your thoughts are on it. Why do you like it? And what sort of setting do you wear these perfumes in? Because I'm a bit lost on with respect to how I would go about dressing this, wearing it, or even enjoying it. I wouldn't even put this to the gym, to be honest. Like, this is just it has such a low vibration quality to it as a scent, like most of the scents from this house. But anyways, with that said, you guys, hope you enjoyed this one, and I'm gonna wrap it up here as per usual. Very much appreciate your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.